Hey, wherever you're watching in the world, man, I just thought I was just gonna go with a different kind of style to my lives. Fearless Lives, it's day 4. Shout out the Fearless Lives team. I thought I'd just mellow down and just put it this way. Really, it's just that afraid to be on your own, and this is something that a lot of us are afraid to be on your own. And I want to admit something that I probably haven't put out there before. That being on your own is something that I've been on my own, but at the same time, I've always wanted to be, center of attention. I've always wanted to be around, I like to be around active, enjoying, engaging in community environments and, people that are, doing stuff, especially when I was younger anyway. But I learned the hard way that certain environments are the best not to be around. And, if you're around an environment that's not making you happy, one thing for me is that I work so hard to provide for my family. I mean, it means so much to me to do so. And I've gone out of my way to work like hours and hours and hours, looking to the stretch time. And the thing about it is that the more time you put in to get that money, and I'm talking about a 9 to 5, the more time I was putting in to get that, get that money, the less time I was having with my family. Now, I don't know if that's the reason why my previous, way back in the day, didn't work out, because I was just all about hours, time, putting the time in, getting that money, putting in a lot of time into working 2 jobs. But what I've learned is that my beautiful relationship where I'm at now, 13 years, near enough 13 years, the daughter was 3 years old. What I've found out is that, especially with the love from the missus, and she just said to me, you know what? Working all those hours is just keeping you away from us as a family. And, it's not always about the money. And that's something that, as from leaving home at 15, I was always about making sure that I can survive for myself. So I was making sure I always had money coming in. Whatever way, I would make sure I got that money to actually get that money in, like save that money and spend that money, enjoy myself and have fun. But, when we had that conversation, this is a few years ago, I realized that for me, it was like, oh my gosh, that means a lot. So I made a lot of sacrifices. I actually cut off people that really didn't have my best interest. And as difficult as it is, and just to have my missus and my sole family and not have any friends is the best way to put it, because they weren't doing the things that I wanted to be involved in, and being around them was only making me guilty by association. So all I can see right now is to see these parents that are struggling with their kids that are on the street, involved in knife and gun crime, and the community don't even want to invest in the community, the best way to put it, without talking about black or white or whatever skin color you are. It's a sad fact that it is what it is. And I can say something to all of you that are basically watching this live or watching this on a replay around the world, wherever you're watching this, is that don't be surprised if you are so confident and happy about doing something and you don't have people having your back, because the people that I thought had my back, they're not around no more. In 2017, I founded something so amazing, so great, and I thought we were going to just go global with it. But it turned out that didn't happen, and only one member still about. One member who I'm in business with, like brothers for life. For me, it's like, it's so much more than just business. It's a family. Like, if you don't have things in common with people, and you're struggling your life right now, wherever you may be, and you're looking for a way out, and you don't know how to find that way out, the only way you're going to actually find that way out is when you escape from your mind. I hope you picked up on what I said to you, because everything happens within the mind. If you are scared of getting away from where you're at, if you're scared of getting out of your job, you're scared of getting out of your abusive relationship, if you're scared of getting out that gang because you feel they're going to kill you, and you're visualizing it over and over and over again in your mind, guess what's going to happen? It will happen. But if you have a different mindset, if you change the way you're doing things, if your mindset changes, if your words change, if your actions follow, things will be it'll be different for you. And it's not so much for me about getting the big audience, it's about reaching the right audience. It's not always about the numbers, it's about the quality and what people are going to do. I may just touch 2-3 lives today on this one video, but for me that means a lot more than reaching thousands where it just falls on deaf ears because they're not my target audience. I want you lot to all understand that the reason why I founded Make a Habit was to motivate, to inspire, to encourage, to empower, to, you know, to really help the community, to help people that are struggling, that people that are having a hard time getting through life. Because I've seen it all. I've struggled. I've seen what it's like to struggle. And for me, some people are just afraid of being on their own because they don't want to have to struggle, you know. And that means being in an abusive relationship, but the bills are being paid, you know. Being abused physically, mentally, but, you know, you're living that nice lifestyle. You're on the yacht, you know, you're in your nice car, you got the nice clothes, you know, you're eating good food, and you're around people that you feel that are your friends, but really they don't even see your pain because they're not really your friend, you know? So anyway, what I'm going to say without going any more deeper than this, thank you for everyone that watched this video. Let me have a look and see what everything that's going on. And I want to say one more thing. If it wasn't for my mother, I wouldn't be here. So I love my mother so much, you know. She's done everything she could do for me. Even though I left home at 15, she's always been there. When there was times when I was getting 5-finger discounts in the store and I weren't and I was struggling because I never had enough money because I lost my job, or I quit my job because I was ignorant like that as when I was young. And my mum would always go out of her way to make sure she provided, you know, for me. And, you know, made sure I had food, you know, made sure I had, like, if I needed clothes, she'll get me clothes. Because as I was still young and naive, I was still not spending my money on the right things. I wasn't making the investments that I should have been doing. And if I can go back to my younger self, should I say, I would do it all over again because I wouldn't be who I am right now. So that's what I've got to say. Thank you everyone that's watching. Continue to make a habit out of your great habits. Knock out your bad habits one by one. Stay positive, productive and patient, and believe vision and achieve. Remember to be consistent, committed and confident, and make a habit in God. And I wanted to say for you all, every single one of you that are doing fearless lives, I commend you. Shout out to Ace Ford, had done his first live. You know, in his words, broke his Facebook virginity, live Facebook virginity. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a new way of putting it. But you know what? Shout out to him. There's also a new member of the Make a Habit VIPs and also a new member of Fearless Lives team. You know, we're going out of our way to do lives, to get out of our comfort zone, to be fearless and to help people. So I'm just going to see who's writing and what's going on. Reach out to me if you want to know more about Youth Solution. It's something I started over almost a year ago, and we've raised £575, and most of the people that's contributing the money didn't even know me, you know. And it's just amazing the fact of people, that the kind of hearts that are out there. It's funny how people go out their way to buy a chocolate bar, you know, get your level up in your Candy Crush game, you know, your fake jewelry, your fake clothes, you know, invest in your clothing and toys and stuff, but you won't invest in your community, but you're crying your eyes out, you're marching for more, but you don't want to invest in your community. I ain't going to say no more on that one because the video will go over time. So I'm just going to shout out whoever's watching. Moya Blake, I can concur. Okay, thank you. It's okay to be alone. Damn right it is. The mind is the hardest prison to escape. Shift your mindset. They can't see you. My son's 22 and I can understand. I have been teaching. So anyone who wants to reach out, anyone this is touched, like, and they're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, Jules, you've really just hit a nerve. Like, I'm struggling to get out of my relationship financially. I'm not secure. I want answers. One thing I will say from a comment that I saw from someone today, and usually I would publicly say what it is, what someone said to me. But all I'm going to say is they're like, oh, is that all where you're at? Like, is that how many people you've got, like, in your business? And I'm like, things ain't always what it seems. Don't judge a book by its cover. I don't leverage my children. I don't leverage what I've got. Others do, to get more of an audience, more of a target audience. And I was going to finish this video, but I just got to pull it out there. I'm not that type of person. Before I used to like, invite people to like my page, shove my videos for those of you, you know, watch my video. But now it's not about that, because once I'm happy with myself, happy with my family, the right people will come around. And the same for all of you that's watching this video. The right people will come around. What you attract, what you are, you know. And for me, what I'm seeing is basically people are looking at my Facebook profile and thinking that's my life. My life is much bigger than that. I spend so much time with my family, spend quality time with my daughter, you know. I'm working on sorting things out financially so I can, you know, when my other two children are back in my life, if, you know, which I would love to have, if that was, you know, I'm there, you know, I've got everything sorted, you know. I don't have to worry, they don't have to worry, no one has to worry. And when I'm dead and gone, my family's financially free. They have what I've been working on, what I've been building, you know. And I want you to understand that it's so important that you invest in your future. Life is not promised. Today is not promised. You might be breathing right now, may not be breathing in the next minute. You may be breathing later on in the evening, but you don't wake up tomorrow morning. So I want you to really just think deeply about what are you doing in your life? What's working for you? What's not working for you? And if it's not working for you, why ain't it working for you? What are you doing that's why you're still in the same place you was before? I spoke to a lady that she told me, give me a little while and, you know, I'm going to talk to you about, you know, I'm interested in what you're doing in your business. I want to be a part of your business, but, you know, and like, just give me a few months. I got back to her, gave her a few months. She told me she's still in the same place. And my heart goes out to you. You know who you are. I ain't going to mention no name. So thank you everyone that's watched the video. I'm going to wrap it all up. I'm just going to read the rest of the messages. So, Moya Blake, the mind is hardest prison to escape. Shift your mindset. They can't see you. Can I have some hearts, likes? You know, let me know what you think of the video. Let me know where you're watching the video. Let me know if you're watching on a replay. And this is day 4 of Fearless Lives. And I thought I'll just give something special that I don't really do. Daily motivation, make habit daily motivation to be confirmed. We'll be back again, bigger and better than ever before. You know, I've got a lot of things planned out. I'm looking forward to just reaching, touching, you know, people in a special kind of way and interviewing people that are doing amazing things. Look out for Monday motivation, you know, watch party next week, Monday. Put that in your diary, 7 a.m. I playlist all my videos that I've put together, that I've done over the almost 2-year span, you know. And I'm also going to be, instead of doing that, I'm going to be doing something special. Everyone within Fearless Lives, I'll be playlisting some of their videos that will meet the criteria of lighting, time, and the language as well, and you know, all of these things in regards to that. So yeah, thank you everyone. I'm out. I could talk all day long, right round to tomorrow morning. It's something that I wasn't very good at, and Ace Hood mentioned something in his live that he just done prior before my live right now, and it was like which I used to do. But when you're so confident, you're so passionate, and you know what you're talking about, it goes away. It just goes away in time. So thank you every single one of you. You're all appreciated. I'm out. Thank you. I'm just going to say read one more message. It's amazing how when you visualize the change you need and what you come to life. Get at me, inbox me if you want to know more about getting in business with me. You want to know how you can be involved in my youth solution project, or I'm a seasoned entrepreneur. I'm dealing with a lot of things, but I'm out for now. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.